What is happening, everybody? Nate here. I can get rid of that stream start soon thing now, I guess. Yeah. We're doing our thing. It is Wednesday night. Welcome, everybody, to WASD20 Live. Yes, it's me. I'm here. See my hands? Yes. Proof of VR injury. It's been like a month now. I got to go back to the doctor. All right. Well, how's everybody doing tonight? What's going on? What's everyone up to on this fine Wednesday evening? Is it Wednesday? I can hardly keep track when it comes like midweek time, what day it even is. But yeah, it's unboxing time. Let me move some stuff here so I can find a place to put my beverage. Okay. Getting set. Slowly getting there. All right. Well, Lance says, we're listening to you. Well, what were you up to before that? And what will you do after I'm gone? These are important questions. Existential questions. What will you do when Nate's not around? All right. Silliness. Utter silliness. Shut your pie hole, Nate. Hey everyone, make sure you go over to WASD20 Discord server and vote in the mapping contest. It was an Edge of the World map, and our 3 finalists are now up there for community voting. But yeah, what else can I say? And tomorrow night we're doing a map stream. I will be drawing a map. And it's a commission I've been working on for a couple months now, and I just am like getting to the point where I need to push on through. Break on through to the other side. And like finish it. So maybe drink of water would be good. Maybe I will finish it tomorrow. Mayhaps. But the purpose of this video, my friends, is to just like show off a bunch of stuff what has been sent me the last few months, because like sometimes people send me stuff and I feel like it gets buried and I don't even get a chance to look at it because people keep sending me stuff, which I realize I am incredibly spoiled. I'm sorry. Your jealousy burns with a white hot intensity against me, I understand. But yeah, it's kind of, this whole YouTube thing, it's kind of a weird thing in terms of just like getting free stuff. I'll take it. Yeah, Pamela, I'm sorry about that Discord situation. I was really bummed to hear that. And, you know, it took our mod about 20 minutes to see your cries for help against an assailant. But that person was banned, I assure you. But yeah, that stuff like that sucks. So I take responsibility. We have since upped our moderator team, but I don't blame you. All right, so let's like look at some stuff. Main things, like we're just kind of chilling and going through some stuff. But the main thing I got sent that I was just like, oh boy, I'm gonna need to do some unboxing videos, are these epic encounter things. I got a bunch of these. I think I got 7 of them total, and they're huge. And yeah, so we're gonna open several of those, and let's see. Then we're gonna just show off some other stuff too. So let's begin, shall we? Hey, here's a cool thing. Okay, so WotC makes some weird stuff, guys. Let's start with this bestiary thing. Actually, let's clear some space so we can do this properly, one at a time. One at a time. There we go. Okay, clearing space. There we go. All right, so this right here is interesting. This is a Bestiary 8 mini notebooks. And I thought it was going to have something to do with like a bestiary or bestiary, as is often said. But they're actually just mini notebooks. And they're not a super convenient size, in my opinion. This one has a beholder on the cover. And it says, one glance at a beholder is enough to assess its foul and otherworldly nature. Aggressive, hateful, and greedy, these aberrations dismiss all other creatures as lesser beings, toying with them or destroying them as they choose. And then you open it up and it's got a lot of pages with dots. So that is interesting. I can see I need to adjust my camera a little bit, so I'm going to do that in a moment. I think I've got some like auto settings on, which some of the auto settings are good, but not all of them. So let me see if I can adjust that here. A moment. Give me just a moment. Video capture device, properties, configure video. There we go. We need to turn off the auto white balance. We can turn off the auto exposure and auto focus as well. All right, so anyway, I'm not too impressed with these. I'll just show off the other ones. Like, it's just kind of a weird thing. I guess maybe if you want a bunch of mini notebooks, this one has graph paper. This one has lined paper. The Owl Bear has blank paper. The Knoll has more lined paper. Got these little things inside to show the size compared to an adventure. Displacer Beast has lined paper. So just little thematic notebooks. I mean, I guess if you're like wanting a notebook for just, you know, taking player notes at the table, sure, that could be okay. I don't know how much they cost. I should probably do my research. And these are not proper reviews, guys. These are just Nate like talking about things. So there we go. But it does have a nice little box. Like, this is cool. Yeah, it's got like a glossy embossing sort of look to it. Nice. Okay, so there's that. Meh, you know, meh. Another thing WotC sent me. There's this dice set. I can't remember what these are. They're some kind of collector's dice set. But I think they're really nice. They've got this this nice bag, which is the main thing I appreciate. Some bigger D20s, 4D6. But the dice themselves, nothing really remarkable. They're kind of like pearlescent, swirly red. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's this little bit of like yellowish green sparkles when they catch the light right in the red. So kind of an amber, I would say. And then they have the D20s are the ampersand dragons. So, you know, they're okay. So yeah. All right, now let's get into some better dice from my man at Darksea Workshop. Sent me some dice in the mail a little while ago. This was around Christmas time, and check these out. I'm gonna need to like zoom in on these. Yeah, dice need more zoomage, so let's get down to it here. I probably, you know, I know my man Will is in the chat there. I probably will not be doing them justice in terms of my camera and lighting, so I apologize in advance. But let's kick up the exposure. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Rather, let's bring in the focus a little bit so we can get closer. How's that? Oh, that's too much focus. Okay, that's gonna be it for us. And yes, I agree, Lance. Sometimes just talking about things is more honest than reviewing things, right? I agree. You don't always need a large, you know, like 8-minute video to talk about some little notebooks. And it's just like, hey, they're notebooks. If I were to write a review of them, let's talk about the binding quality. Let's talk about the cover art. No, who cares? Sometimes. All right. So, Darksea Workshop, he's working on dice. These are prototypes. And these are, yes, so they are resin dice. And Darksea Workshop is in the chat, so you can tell more about them. And hey, Darksea Workshop, I'm going to make you a moderator. Whoops. Add moderator. There we go. And now, would you please post a link to your Etsy shop, my man? That would be awesome. So let's take a look here. These are nice looking dice. Let's check out some more. That's a pretty simple one. Let's get into some more elaborate ones. And I'm having a hard time seeing my own screen here, so I apologize. Let me tilt it. There, I can see it a little better now. Ooh, look at these sparklies. So yeah, these have like imperfections on pretty much every single one. And you know, some blank sides. These are like the window dice, so you can see inside of it. You can peer inside and see the sparklies, but man, they are gorgeous. But yeah, check out Dark Sea Workshop on Facebook. And if you want to win some stuff from Dark Sea Workshop, go watch the last stream. And about the midpoint break, we talk about how you can actually win some Dark Sea Workshop goodies. But go check them out on Facebook too. If you want to post your link to Facebook, Instagram, go ahead and post all the links there, my man. Look at this one. It's got this clear top, and then you can see the swirls. Oh, sorry. Let me hold it on the camera. That'd be good. Oh, man. Some serious swirly beauties going on in there. I don't know if I should show them all off in such detail, but Dark Sea Workshop on Facebook has much better photos than what I'm going to be showing you tonight. But dude, thank you, Will, for sending these my way. I love them so much. I've been rolling pretty much exclusively with these, and yeah, like this one right here. Once you start getting the purples and greens and blues, like you can see these like galaxies inside, and they're like no other dice I've ever seen. So he's got some secret recipes, and I love them. Let's just glow in the dark. I'm probably not gonna be able to show off real well here. Let's just turn off the light and see what happens. I've got too many lights going on is the main issue. Yeah, no, it's not gonna work. Plus, I've had them in a box and they're not really. But yeah, these bright pink ones glow in the dark, super cool, and they glow bright. Oh man, these are those galaxy beauties here. So gorgeous. Oh. So yeah, again, I'm not gonna show all of them off. Oh, I gotta show this one though. I do like this yellow and green here. These are cool. Very nice. And oh man, this one right here. Not doing it justice here on camera, but dang. So, oh yeah, look at that sparkles. Look at those. When they catch the light, it's amazing. Ah, I love them. So anyway, lots of other cool stuff. I got some jewelry too. My wife got some earrings and like a pendant. Those are upstairs with her jewelry stuff, so I don't have them to show off. But yeah, really good stuff. Definitely check out Dark Sea Workshop. All right, what else we got? Hey, let's stick with some dice. And the big surprise today, by the way, is going to be, oh, you know what? I didn't want to open these yet. I forgot. These I'm going to be giving away to some patrons. Okay, so patrons, stay tuned. On the weekly stream, I'll maybe say how you can win these potentially. Patrons at the quest giver level or higher. But I do have some that I've already opened that I will show off. So let me find those. And I dropped them all over the place. But you know what? I got a bunch of them. So, oh well. This box just fell out on the ground. Let's look at these ones here. These are really cool. They're just kind of like inspiration dice. I showed them off on Facebook a little while ago, so I'm not going to show them off in too much more detail now. But they're really nice. Just kind of like Rory's story cubes almost, but they're RPG focused. Inspiration for the Dungeon Master. All right. These ones I could see even working for a map because we've got location sets now. So just go Google GMs Dressing Dice and you'll find these. Super cool. Yeah, just really nice little simple artwork here. And yeah. And then we've also got NPCs. So you even have color ones in here, like, you know, he's wearing a blue cloak or stuff like that. Okay, so those are really cool. Thanks again to GM's Dressing Dice for sending those my way a few months back. All right, let's keep it moving here. We got a lot of stuff to open. And now I got a lot of stuff to clean off my floor. This is an interesting thing that just randomly came in the mail a little while back. Let me just change my focus again here. There we go. This is the Little Book of Battle Mats, Dungeon Edition. So I have the big books of battle mats, and what's cool about this is you can kind of use it as like a bridge between battle mats, or you can obviously just like, hey, you need a little tiny room, just plop this down on the table, you know, draw a wall wherever it is, stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Honestly, it's, yeah, I don't know how useful it is. And I don't know the use they envision for it, but yes, I have these big ones, and you could absolutely like link 2 big ones with this bridge or something like that. I'm just not sure how useful that is. I don't know. So maybe I'm missing something, but I love my big books of dungeon battle mats. I don't know about this one. Attention adventurers, 40 wipe clean maps for tabletop roleplay. Roll initiative on the go or expand your encounter areas with extra rooms and corridors. So yeah, you can tack them on to like the edge of one of the big ones too. So you've got your big one here, and they're huge. I'll show you. Maybe I will show you. Where are those things? I bet they're hiding. Yeah, so scratch that. I don't know where I have them, but they're really cool. I'm looking on my shelf right now and not seeing them. Anyway, so yeah, you could definitely expand with them, but I'm not sure how completely useful that is. I love the big ones. I'm not sure about this yet. The jury's out. All right. This came in the mail a little while ago. The Dungeon Master Screen Wilderness Kit. This is a new official Dungeon Master screen from Wizards of the Coast. So it comes with this cardboard folder here, and this thing has like hexes on it, in case you can't see that. Thematic. This kit equips the Dungeon Master with a screen and other tools that are perfect for running D&D adventures in the wilderness. The Dungeon Master screen features a gorgeous painting of fantasy landscapes on the outside, and useful rules for cover the inside of the screen with an emphasis on wilderness rules. The kit also includes the following: 5 dry erase sheets featuring hex maps, food, blah, 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 27 cards to make it easier to keep. Oh, okay, yep. Let's take a look here. I have not really looked at this very much yet. Okay, so hex maps, so you can kind of make your own hex map. That's cool. Sorry, my exposure is probably washing it out a lot, but these are dry erasable. Pretty thin, but definitely dry erasable. Seem durable enough. Actions in combat. Let's turn my exposure down. There we go. Actions in combat. This is super useful. I would hand this out to players, absolutely, and just say, hey, new players, here's some things you can do in combat. Super handy, I think. And I actually appreciate that they put it on this sheet rather than only having it on the DM screen, which I think some of their DM screens do have this. But yeah, so that's kind of cool. Then we've got Wilderness Chases. Okay. Playing a chase. So there are rules for chases in the Dungeon Master's Guide, but this looks like rules for wilderness chases, so it might be a little different. Not sure if that ever appeared in a book, but okay, cool. Interesting, like, that they're just putting it on a sheet for you. Supply tracker, okay. This, you know, definitely a different flavor of D&D than what I normally play in terms of keeping track of this stuff, but I could definitely see that being useful, and in most games you just kind of hand wave that, but it can be a fun element of the game if done well, I think. Wilderness journeys, journey cycles, huh. So again, I wonder, are these new rules? And these are all dry erasable, you know, durable. I don't know if you'd necessarily want to write on this, but you know, obviously the hex map type stuff definitely would want to. So wilderness journeys, weather, pace, navigate, encounter, supplies, progress. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a closer look at this. Weird locales, monuments, food and water needs. That's cool. Ah, okay, so this is interesting because we were actually talking about this a little bit with our Icewind Dale group, which we just played this past Monday, if you missed it. You know, in terms of the party owning some axe beaks. And thinking about like maybe dog sleds and stuff like that. Okay, so these cards, yeah, as I think Jake mentioned, these are similar to the ones that are in the Essentials kit, which I really like. Let me get my white balance a little bit better here. Or maybe I just need to turn my exposure up a tad bit. Maybe I should have stuck with the auto white balance. Yeah, I'm not sure, but the color's definitely looking a little bit off. Yeah, whatever. It's a brighter green. They look cool. But yeah, initiative cards, yeah, kind of useful, I guess. I like my method of, when I play in person, I like to have them on my DM screen and have the little like players with, you know, just put their names in order. I like to do that on little initiative tracking cards I can hang on my DM screen. But yeah, that's useful. And then these, yes, these are useful. So if you don't have the Essentials kit and you're looking for a cool DM screen, and here's a box you can put them in. And then now let's look at the actual DM screen, shall we? All right, well, we've got travel pace, services, audible distance, vessel speeds, lots of useful stuff here. Cover, light, obscured areas, visibility outdoors, food, drink, and lodging. This is really useful. I do have one of these hanging up on my wall right now just to help me out. Just one I found online. Weather, extreme cold, extreme heat, strong wind. You've got your conditions, which are very useful. I don't, however, see, and this always bugs me, do they have exhaustion on here? Oh, okay, they do. They do. It's just at the beginning. See, that's weird, because exhaustion seems like a condition, but maybe it's not considered a condition? I don't know. But that's very useful to have exhaustion stuff. I'm always Googling that. Setting a DC. So yeah, it looks like it's got some pretty useful stuff. And let's check out the art. Again, my color is probably a little bit off here, but ooh. It's real pretty, guys. I like this art. I feel like the mountains over here get a little bit like, I don't know, the sketchy like digital painting look. It's not great, maybe, but. And yeah. You get into more desert area here too. So several different landscapes, 2 different dragons. Plus looks like a hydra or something over there. Look at these ruins. It is cool. I like it a lot. It's very thematic. I think I like the art better. Yeah, I think I'm with you guys. I like it better than pretty much any of the other DM screens, I think, that they've done so far. At least the normal ones, the non-adventure, like, linked ones. So, anyway, that's cool. If you're looking for a DM screen, that seems like a pretty decent option. It is, again, called the Wilderness Kit. Okay, Wilderness Kit. So, check it out. All right. What else we got? Oh man, all kinds of stuff here. Fantasy World Creator sent me this, the Master's Black Book. It's a DM tool sort of thing. Let's take a look. Does it say who the artist is? Good question, Ed. I do appreciate that in the books they've had, like, they've done a better job of crediting the artists on the pages. So I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, yes. Exterior illustration by Grzegorz Rutkowski. Okay? It's spelled G-R-Z-E-G-O-R-Z. Wow. That is a name I'm probably pronouncing incorrectly. But, yeah, he or she does great work. Probably he. Because Gregor sounds like Gregory, sort of. All right, the Master's Black Book. This pretty thin cover, I'll say. This is from Game Start, maker of Fantasy World Creator. 200 utility pages aimed at GMs, but also for players who want to have everything at a glance. Let me move it so you can actually see it. Would that be all right? I think that would be all right. Combat tools, encounter sheet. Okay, so these are like encounter initiative tracker sorts of things, it looks like. Yeah. Spell tracking. Oh man, this is just got a lot of stuff. So you can write your spell descriptions here. You can even like draw like a cone or you know, a line or the pattern that it takes. Party tools, alignment chart, party sheet, party wagon. Let's just flip through here. I got a lot of stuff to get through. Okay, so we got some monster like notes or monster things here. You can, and I've got a lot of these tokens from the actual Fantasy World Creator, which is like a big cardboard dungeon tile set sort of thing. So that's what this came with. Space for notes, that's good. Space, you know, different types of paper, graph paper. Oh, these are cool. Oh, I like these. Look, maps. We got maps, folks. Cool little, I mean, it's kind of a sketchy little map, but I like it. So you could like, you know, write about this location. Yeah. Little like ravine with a door into the mountain there, or into the hills, I should say. My color's definitely a little off, guys. Let me turn my saturation down a tad. There we go. Looks like an icy glacier sort of thing. Big crevice. I'm not a big fan of that art. I could do better than that. That's for sure. That one is straight up crap, okay? Let's just be frank. That one is crap. Who drew this? This one's a little better. That one's okay. That one's cool. I like that one. So, anyway, I'm not going to go through all these, but lots of cool stuff. Oh, man, there are a lot of maps in here. That's really cool. Like, you can just take one of these and you decide what it is and write some notes about it. These are all dry erasable pages, by the way. So, yeah. Dungeons as well. Oh, look at these little calendar things. Huh. Yes, so Patrick, it is reusable. It's all, you know, dry erasable type of stuff. Hacksaw Wren, hello. Welcome. All right. Oh, I missed the part where Patrick said he collects PC blood for initiative. I'm going to add that to my notes here. I'm keeping track of all of the offensive things Patrick says so that I can use them against him someday. Logging them away. All right. Moving on. You know what? Before we get to the fantasy mapping book, yes, I got a new fantasy mapping book, guys, by Wesley Jones, Drawing Worlds. Haven't really looked at it in too much detail yet, but I like what I see, tentatively. Before we do that, I today, in the teacher's lounge at school, there were some free Pop-Tarts that were out on the table. I took a bag of Pop-Tarts. After heavily sanitizing it, I took it home. And this is going to be the most suspenseful part of this right here. What kind of Pop-Tarts did I get? I don't think it says on the outside. Toaster pastries. How old are these Pop-Tarts? Is also a valid question. Patrick just bought it. Dudes, I think we're in luck. It's my favorite kind. What is my favorite kind? I think it's my favorite kind. Maple brown sugar. I'm gonna get crumbs all over the place. But let's try this Pop-Tart. It's decent. They're always better toasted. But, okay, good. Glad we got that out of the way. Favorite kinds, okay, I've got three, I would say. Strawberry, blueberry, and, you know, with the sprinkles, and those maple brown sugar. I don't get real into, like, the Oreo and the s'mores. Like, they're a little too sugary for me. So, yeah. All right, let's keep going. Fantasy mapping, drawing worlds. Here it is, folks, Wesley Jones. This might deserve a full review at some point because, you know, mapping channel and all that. But no way, Jake. Did she call maple brown sugar? She did? Wow. Kendra, great minds think alike. Actually, I had no idea, but I'm glad it was. You had the idea. Oh, world building overview. Okay, I like where this is going. Is war common? What weapons are used? What technology is available? What are the most dangerous creatures? What are the most common creatures? What is major vegetation? What is the major vegetation? Okay, that's better. Naming. Okay, doesn't seem like it gets real like into languages, but it's about the level that I would be at, I think. Which I don't want a book on language construction. Personally, I'm just not. It's not my thing. All right. This looks like a cool book so far. Yeah, it definitely looks like it has a bit more than Jared Blando's book on certain things so far. Like, hey, a little note on how to name things well. A little note on like plate tectonics and things like that, and continental drift. How to make paper. Oh, look at this. You could draw a map on this paper. But yeah, it's actually got the supplies for, you know, making your own like tea or coffee soaked paper, which is cool. How to make digital paper. Oh, yeah. I wish it had some screenshots or something, but yeah, so that's a little different. Still very cool. And yes, Pamela, everything tastes better with whiskey is correct. Even mapping books. Can confirm. Book tastes better now. Map components. Land. Coastline. Mountains. Hills. Cliffs. So far I'm really digging it. And then I got to these and I'm like, we can do better. We can do better, Wesley. We've covered this. The videos are up. Roads, boundaries. Okay, so this, let's skip ahead a little bit because we don't have time for all this. Oh, but style. Okay, so some different style notes. I dig it. Let me move my webcam a little bit so it's a little more like over the shoulder. The angle's a little better for you guys. Okay. Inking, color scheme, hand lettering. Yeah, I don't know. I'm liking this. I'm liking the way it's going. Here's a color scheme. Okay, complementary, analogous, triad. I don't really know this stuff. Like I'm not very artistically. I don't have formal artistic training, so some of that's actually useful for me to think about. Oh, I like the idea of showing the map and then having all this stuff pointing at it. Showing different like steps in the process. I gotta say, like, yes, cool book. I'm not a huge fan of his style. It's good, it's solid, but it's not like Jared Blando for sure. Oh, what's this? Purpura. Red-skinned humanoids live. Oh, so this is, I get it. This is an actual map that he's drawing here. And, oh, nice. Godians. So he's like doing some world building here, and then he's talking about the style of the map and does different styles. That's so cool. Femoria. Oh, man, I love that. That is really cool. I'm starting to come around a little more to it. That's such a cool idea. Moving lands. Head Joe, which is like looks like a little more Asian inspired. Marigold Island. That is a really great idea. Whoa, look at this. Look at this. Huh. Jake the Dragon is totally Dennis. Yes, it is. Flying over the Dennis Sea. Some of the maps are definitely better than others, but I really like that he has like a bunch of different styles. Canadian professional cartographer. Huh. Yeah. Well, hey. Thanks to Wesley Jones for sending this my way. Perhaps a proper review is in order at some point. All right. Patrick, there are a lot of words, but I don't know. I like words. Words are all right. We're almost getting to the epic encounters, guys, okay? These gigantic boxes with miniatures and other stuff in them. So, next up, we've got The Game Master's Book of Random Encounters by Jeff Ashworth. Forward by Michael Shea. He's the lazy DM guy, by the way. So let's get in here and take a look. I like that. Seems to be a red and like a I don't know what you call it. Not monochrome, but you know, like black and white with red and pink, I guess. Sort of theme going on here with this book. Move my microphone a little bit here, guys. Get you a little closer to me. There we go. So forward. Okay, so we got one-shot adventures. This, I gotta say, the Game Master's Book of Random Encounters, to me, doesn't, from what I've seen, and I have looked through it a little bit, doesn't seem to be an accurate descriptor for me. I want to knock these dice over. There we go. It seems very similar to what to what Nerdarchy was going for in their book, which isn't out yet, I don't think. Maybe it is. What's their book called again? It's something Encounters. Epic Encounters, I think, maybe. And like Random, I think, sells it short, to be honest with you, because these are like, this is a one-shot adventure. Let's go look at page, oh, I get it, though. You can roll a 1d8 and get an adventure. I don't know. If it's a one-shot adventure, I don't want to just roll for one. I want to choose the best one. But I get it. Okay, so page 12. Let's look at page 12. Presto Changeo. When an aspiring alchemist's wares are revealed to have some particularly nasty side effects, it's a race against time to keep the town from being destroyed. An adventure suitable for levels 1 through 5. So yeah, I mean, this is not a random encounter, folks. This is a full-fledged one-shot adventure with like little notes and everything. Like, it's cool. I can't vouch for them. I haven't read them. It's got a map. The Feats of the Valor Festival. It's got another map, the Hold Stronghold. Like, that's, yeah, again, I think Random Encounters really sells it short. Oh, okay. You got the book. Oh, Out of the Box Encounters. Thank you, Hexor Ren. Appreciate that. Okay, so Jake says, that is a great book. We use it a bit. Okay, nice. So, yeah, it's definitely Darcy Workshop. Put my dice more in the frame. You got your screen time, man. Get out of here. Yeah. It looks like a cool book. So, yeah, David, you've got it too. So, anyway, I do like the maps. They're black and white. I wish they were color, but no, they're fine. They're nice and detailed for sure. I think the artistry in general is pretty good. And it's just got all kinds of stuff. Like, so you got these one-shot adventures. You've got temples, tombs, and crypts. You've got the great outdoors. And so these seem like dungeons. And then you do have a bunch of random tables in the back. So let's go check those out. Oh, I see. They're not just in the back, but there are some in the back. 246. Let's check out 246-ish. Variant castles. So you need a castle, you need an inn, you need a tavern. Like, this book has you covered, sort of thing. Oh, look at this. Tunnels. Cave systems. Huh. Interesting. So you can kind of randomize your dungeon with these. That's kind of cool. Random NPC generator. Nice. I always appreciate that sort of stuff. That's cool. Oh, wow. Look at that. Yeah. I like the names. Oban, Ori, Noose, Moriah, Rayan, Ren, Umber, Umut, Urg, Val, Yuck. Meet Yuck. Adventure-specific category tables. Okay. Random tavern generator. Nice. I like it. let's roll. Here we go. D100. Uh-oh. I don't think my man sent me any D100s, so let me get some. Where'd they be? Here we go. Random Chessex dice that Hero Forge sent me. Okay. Let's see what we get here for our random tavern generator. 70. All right, so we got 70. The Wise. Then we roll again. 73. The Wise Minstrel. Okay, I like it. The Wise Minstrel. Let's try another. 55. The Hairy. 74. Like the 70s. The Hairy Barrel. The Hairy Barrel. The Hairy Barrel Inn and Tavern. That sounds appetizing. Oh, man. All right. So, yeah. Random Curse Creator. Nice. It has an 80% chance of being struck by lightning in a storm. Okay, so yeah, these are just like things you could put this curse on an item. Like they find a sword, but it has an 80% chance of being struck by lightning in a storm. I like that. That's kind of cool. Party Makeup Maker. Landlord and tenant who have misplaced their identification. Victims of the same criminal who are strangely anti-capitalism. Yeah. All right. So it looks cool. I like what I see from this book for sure. I do. I think they could name it better again. That's my only complaint about it so far. But yeah, it looks like just a game that is a book that is packed with useful stuff. So kudos to Jeff Ashworth on what seems to be a really nice book. And apparently nice enough that some of you have bought it. And whoa, dang, $22.99 is a good price for a 250-page hardcover RPG book. Like, that's unheard of, actually. That's crazy to me. Huh. I mean, it's cheaper than what you can get a Wizards of the Coast book on Amazon. And those retail price on those books is $50. So, figure that one out. All right. What else we got? One more thing before we get to Epic Encounter boxes. I'm gonna keep you in suspense before we open up some awesome miniatures and stuff. I wanted to show off, without maybe giving too much away. Yep, these are, oh, no, I don't want to show that. Okay, here we go. These are my notes from my last session. This right here is a rocket book, and let me show you how this thing works. Basically, you can get it wet, and I don't have any water. Oh, I do have some water. Look at that. And you can easily erase these pages. That's the way it works. So let's just erase Avernus there. Easy. Now I've left this on here for like 3 weeks, and that's longer than you're supposed to, but yep, still erase is fine. So what this is it's kind of the notebook of the future. Called the Rocket Book. They sent me 2 of these, and they have a DM version coming, apparently, a Game Master version coming. But essentially, what you can do is you can have different categories. Video. I have one for video notes and scripts and outlines. I have one for DM notes. It seems like I got erased. Should say Icewind Dale right there. I've got one for maps. I've got one for doodles. I've got one for player notes, and I've got one for school stuff because I'm a teacher. I haven't really drawn any maps or doodles in here. I was just trying to think ahead toward what categories I might want. I tend to draw just digitally most of the time, but I should be using this more often, I think. And what you can do is you can download the app, and you probably can't see them, but there are these little emblems for those things right there. I think you can faintly see them. For, you know, which category. Is it my DM notes? Is it my maps and doodles? You know, etc. And this one has just dots for the pages. But on the other side, you've got lines. Okay. And So you can take your notes here, and then you can get the app and on your phone snap a photo of this. And with the QR code, and you just kind of like circle the category it is, or put an X by the category that you're using, DM notes or whatever, player notes, then, or map drawing, then you can, you can decide in the app what you want it to do with it. So for me, I have a DM notes folder in my Google Drive. It could be Google Drive, it could be Dropbox, it could email you, it could, there's all sorts of options, Evernote, and you can just tell it, like by default, all my DM notes go to my DM notes folder in Google Drive. And that's pretty dang cool. So yeah, you just snap a photo of it in the app and it just goes there. And then you can erase it and you can reuse this book forever. So the pages are apparently like, you could just put it under the sink. Like these, it's waterproof. It's, and these pens have erasers too, by the way. So you can just erase right there. So anyway, it's kind of the notebook of the future, I would say. And it's kind of neat. Pamela, it will smudge. Yes, these are special pens. These are called Fusion pens. Apparently you can get them just at like office supply stores. They're nothing too crazy. It came with a different pen. Here it is. It came with this one, Pilot Friction Ball. But then they sent me some more of these at some point. And yeah, anyway, Rocketbook. So I might be doing a video about that sometime soon. If they get the DM version out, or maybe they'll be a sponsor, because I do appreciate the product. I think it's a solid product. Rocketbook. I've got a gray one too. There we go. Yeah. So, kind of a cool thing. I'm not like, I have not put it to as much use as I would like to, but I can appreciate it. It's a cool thing. Good idea. $22.99? Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. That sounds about right, Patrick. They've got several different versions. They've got smaller ones too. But yeah. All right. Epic encounters. I'm going to raise my webcam up. I've got a bunch of these, and we're going to kind of speed through them here because I got to end the stream in a little bit. By the way, thank you guys all for being here, hanging out with me on this Wednesday night. Tomorrow night, make sure you come back for the map drawing stream. It'll be a marathon of a maps drawing session. At least for me, I normally, stream for an hour and a half or so with my patrons every week. I usually do about an hour. By the way, patrons, I think it'll be Monday night this next week. Okay. And I'll probably do a campaign diary, by the way, patrons, on Sunday afternoon for the Icewind Dale campaign diary. But essentially what you're getting here, yes, I have an X-Acto knife. Be careful. The glare is terrible. You get a huge miniature. Well, huge is relative, but you get a big red dragon miniature. 16 Firebrand Kobold tokens, little cardboard tokens, 2 lava pool tokens, a double-sided game mat, an adventure book, monster stats, which I assume are in the adventure book, and tips and tricks for building tension and excitement. It's 5th edition compatible. You might need polyhedral dice, character sheets, and role-playing rule books, but it's meant to be kind of out-of-the-box, sort of, build an encounter with this. So, the Red Dragon. Let's open him up. Oop. Here we go. Yeah, it's got they do have really cool art. Like, I love the box art. It's messy, right? It's messy. So I'll just show you. I've got Frost Giant, Caverns of the Frost Giant. We'll open that one in a minute. Shrine of the Kobold Queen. This one comes with a whole bunch of kobolds. I've got, I can't believe how many of these they sent me. It's ridiculous. Hall of the Orc King. So obviously we got a bunch. Oh, I love that blue color. Orcs. We've got Swamp of the Hydra and Village of the Goblin Chief. So here we go. Probably spend more time looking at the first couple, and by the end, just kind of speed through them. Like I just did a quick Google search. Like honestly, I didn't even agree to a review for these guys. It was just like, hey, can we send you some of our stuff? And I said, yes, you can send me some of your stuff. There was no commitment, so I don't know if I'll end up doing a review. But you know, I do think it's a pretty sweet product, and I would be definitely open to working with them. And maybe we'll see a review. Maybe we'll see me painting one of these on a video sometime. Sorry, guys. I realize this is not the best television. Whew. Yeah, I don't know how much they are. I think they're around $30 to $40, maybe $50. But if someone wants to look that up, just the thing that I was surprised at is like Walmart sells these things. Yeah, that was surprising. I didn't know they were that like, you know, ubiquitous. All right, so what we got here? We got a little booklet. We've got some tokens, lava pools rather, and firebrand kobolds. We've got a battle mat. It's not laminated, but it is definitely a very smooth surface. I feel like maybe you could write on this, but it's pretty dark though, so I don't know how that would work. But it's got really nice art. I do love this art. It looks like a stony path, and then it keeps going down, and you've got these big old, like, yeah, just lava pits or infernos or something. Oh, wow, yep. And another side. Yeah, it's really nice. Definitely like high-res digital art here. Okay. And again, like, it feels durable. It feels like it would be hard to rip. It's very smooth. Not as thick as cardstock or anything. It's still paper, but it feels like high quality paper, we'll say that. And then we've got the mini. Wow. It's bigger than I thought, because the Hydra I was underwhelmed by. This one I am whelmed by. Sorry, loud. Whew. That is a chunky boy. Pretty cool. Okay, so this one's $50 cut to 41. Okay. And then we got the wings here. So yeah, maybe I'll paint this bad boy someday. I would not be opposed to that. This is pretty cool. It looks like a challenge to get in here, because it looks like this has to flex a little bit in a certain way to get in there. So I don't know if I want to mess with that here on stream. And yet I am messing with it here on stream. Oh, man. I don't know. It's not going in all the way. I'll have to mess with that later. I like how the wings are kind of at different angles. Like this one's going forward more a little bit. It's a nice miniature, and it's got this big pile of gold here. So I think, you know, the intent is like, hey, you don't have to paint this. It's red, and the gold is gold. But at the very least, like, you could put a wash on this, and I think it would just make it like twice as good. So yeah, it looks like a really nice mini. It's heavy. This is some heavy plastic. High quality. This, you could hurt yourself on these. Like this stuff is, it's flexible yet hard. It's hard to describe. I think it's a great material for a mini. But you could hurt yourself on these. I'll say that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's look at the other stuff here. So the rule book, it's got the cardboard tokens, and then you also got the rule book here. So the cardboard tokens, you know, you gotta have some minions in your encounter. Before starting, it talks about different tiers of play. No kobolds in this one, just the tokens here. And I gotta say, I'm not impressed with these. It's because they're black and white, and there's a lot of detail. It's really hard to tell what's going on those tokens. Let me zoom in my focus here a second so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Camera control, focus. It's hard to see what is going on there. I think they just should have made a little simpler, like a Pathfinder pond. Would have been nicer, I think. These are tiny too. They're really small. They're the size of a penny, I would say. So, not overly impressed with the tokens. They could have done a better job on those. But the mini is really nice. And the book. Okay, what do your players know about the dragon they're going to confront? Okay, so here's just like lots of facts about dragons. Red dragons. What do you need to know about red dragons? Why have the player characters chosen or arrived here at this place at this time? So some possible adventure hooks. The dragon devastated a temple, and the angered god is not inclined to forgiveness. The player characters are sent out to deal divine retribution. Red dragons need heat. Lair. Okay, here's what's in the dragon's lair. Here's the dragon's tactics. Encounter aspects: sweltering heat, scorching light, heat haze, choking fumes, using the terrain. All stuff related to the combat. Locations on the map here, what they would find in different locations, 1, 2, 3. Kind of cool design here. I like the layout. It took me a second. I'm like, well, where is number 1? It's behind the text. Kind of cool. So yeah, what they might encounter at different places on the map. Gold slide, dragon attack pattern. Oh, fire breath, multi-attack, wall of fire, multi-attack, lava pool explosion, lord of fire, magma eruption. Sorry, freaking out a little bit. Tail lash, lord of fire, immolation, heat up. Oh my goodness. Gas leak. Summon minions. There we go. The dragon calls on a number of firebrand kobolds. It allows to inhabit its cave for help. The dragon calls upon. Low tier would be 1d4 plus 2 kobolds, etc., etc. Yeah. Jake, it is an odd texture to print on. It's a little bit rough. It's got like that kind of like checkered. Yeah, you saw it. I like this art. That is a cool. It's kind of cartoony. I just like it. It's cool. Cinematic. Okay, so cinematic moments. This is dragon abilities, dragon attack pattern. Okay. Treasure. And firebrand kobolds. So yeah, here's better, zoomed in pictures of the art. The kobolds look a little weird, I gotta say. They're fine. They don't look like kobolds to me, though. And then here's, hit points. 256. Huge dragon. Chaotic evil. But you can adjust the encounter. Oh, ancient red dragon. Okay, so yeah, depending on how hard you want it to be. You can make an ancient or a huge. And the Steam Forged Games is the name of the company. You got your OGL. Ooh, I like that art. And prepare for the next adventure. Shrine of the Kobold Queen. Well, let's open the next one. Shrine of the Kobold Queen. We're not going to look at all of them in as much detail as we did this one. But dang, as I'm putting this in the box, like, guys, this is now my second biggest miniature. After the depth dragon I painted last week for video, which you haven't seen it, go check it out. And but this is now, and this is probably heavier than that. I'll say that. So that's pretty cool. I appreciate this gigantic red dragon miniature. If nothing else, that's pretty cool. And I think the other elements are cool. I just don't know if I personally would use them. I'm not sure. It seems like very combat focused, right? If you're just like, let's sit down to an awesome, well, let's use their branding. Let's sit down to an epic encounter. We should open the kobolds next, because that's the next one it said. We'll do what they say. All right, here we go. I just used the kobold models from the other box. Yes, absolutely, Haxor Wren, if you bought the other one. Pamela, I love your emoji. Thank you for that. All right, Shrine of the Kobold Queen. Another minute or so of shaking and we, oh, hey, that one was quick. It was a smaller box. Shrine of the Kobold Queen. Oh yeah, more of that sweet kobold art. It's growing on me, the kobolds. Oh, I like that little guy, cool. They look much more dragon-like than most kobolds. You know, traditionally the kobolds had like a little dog nose. Ooh, but I do like these minis. Yeah. I like them. Let's open them up and take a bit of a closer look here. You know what? They're like taped and all this stuff. I'll just I think it'll be okay. I think you'll be able to see them well enough. This looks like some kind of like caterpillar worm type of thing. That looks like the Kobold Queen. She's got a crown on and like a big flaming staff. This looks like a flying kobold, and then we've got kobolds riding snakes. Yes. Yes. Fire-breathing snakes, no less. And I like the little like chubby belly on the archers here. It's cute. Oh, nice, Hacksaw Ren. You got a 3D printer, eh? Yeah. All right. Let's check out the map. Nice little kobold village. Huts. Again, like super high res here. They really... Oh, and then we've got the underground. Nice. Looks like a shrine. Lava, as is appropriate for kobolds. So yeah, cool. I like this one. Looks solid. You know, in terms of like the miniatures, I think a lot of these could be just a good deal for just the minis, right? Like that red dragon. I feel like if you bought that at the store, you'd pay like 30 or 40 bucks for that red dragon. And then you also happen to get some tokens and a map and an encounter book and stuff like that. So, yeah. All right, next one is Hall of the Orc King. I'm excited for this one. I love orcs. I am partial to orcs. Ever since the Warcraft days, Warcraft, Orcs, and Humans, I just loved orcs. Hall of the Orc King. Ooh, the cooking pot, the gantry, the high table, the grog store, the fighting pit. Oh, yeah. Oh, this one's icy. You could print that dragon for $5. No. Not $5. Because my Death Dragon is about the same size, and it was like $10. I deg to biffer. I've never sculpted my own minis. And yeah, the Death Dragon print also cost me, no, didn't cost me anything. I got it for free, because I'm spoiled like that. But that Death Dragon STL is 15 bucks. Now, of course you can get them cheaper. But anyway, nice map. Yeah. This is cool. I could definitely use something like this for Icewind Dale, you know? Nice and icy. A few trees. Ooh. Oh my gosh. These dudes are chubby. So I'm a little bit spoiled because I recently re-upped for the Artisan Guild Patreon, and they had orcs. And I gotta say, their orcs are so much better than these. It's Artisan Guild, what can I say? But the Orcs and Ogres set from this the Frost Metal Clan. But these are nice, they're cool. They're just not, they don't have the same level of detail as those 3D printed Artisan Guild ones, definitely. There's a little more like rounding and, yeah, I don't know. But they do look nice, I like them. I love these guys, they look super chubby. Just got a big belly, big old shield on their belly. So yeah, and then these ones are riding polar bears? I think they might be riding polar bears. Cool. Now Will's having like sad PTSD over losing that polar bear that you guys captured. because your DM is kind of a jerk and said, it's probably not going to work. All right, so that's the Hall of the Orc King. Here's the Shrine of the Kobold Queen. Let's look at the Hydra, the Swamp Hydra. So I already opened this one. I let my son choose 2. Come on. Fluff Rage, was that his name? Come on. This one won't let go. All right. Oh, I love this map. So yeah, we opened this one earlier. Me and my middle child and my youngest girl had some fun looking at these earlier. But look at that. Look at those colors. Like, this is so cool looking. It's kind of hard to tell what's what. That's my only complaint about it. It's like, is that grass or am I standing in a bush? But it's pretty cool. It's a swamp, so I guess that's appropriate. It's all a swamp. Are you standing in grass? Are you standing in a bush? Yes. Also water. Ooh, look at these little like skeletons down there. Kind of hard to see that probably, but yeah, the colors are so vibrant on this. Again, I think my color on my webcam might be a little off tonight, but yeah. So Swamp of the Hydra, you get these Bloodwood Goblins, a Hydra counter. It comes with these little things too, these little plastic things, so you can like keep track of where the counter is. See, this like goes on top of this right here. See? And then it spins to the appropriate number that corresponds with something in the book, I'm sure. Poison gas, unstable turf. And the Hydra Mini. So I was underwhelmed by the Hydra Mini, given the size of the box. And maybe now that I see the Red Dragon Mini, I'm like, yeah, that Red Dragon's a lot bigger. But this is pretty big and chunky. It does have some nasty seams that I would definitely fill if I were going to paint this bad boy. But yeah, other than that, it's a nice looking sculpt for sure. It's just not quite as big as I feel like a Hydra should be. Here, Artisan Guild Mini for scale. You know, so seems like a Hydra would be bigger, but you know, I get it. Concessions must be made for fitting it in a box and selling it at a reasonable price. But yeah, that one I'm a little less whelmed by. All right, put this back here. Okay, cool. What else we got? Okay, let's look at the Village of the Goblin Chief, and then we just have the Frost Giant. We'll save the Frost Giant for last. I'm excited about that one. That's the one my son wanted me to open, and I said, nope, I'm saving that one for the stream. Sorry. Ooh, again, so vibrant and colorful on these maps. Really cool, like treetop village sort of thing here. These boardwalks. That's a really cool map. I like that. And then down here, looks like we got maybe like a fighting pit? I'm not sure. Some kind of mud hole. And then, of course, the goblins are green. These ones, guys, excuse me, they're riding on frogs. They're riding on frogs. And then we got this big old snail thing with like, looks like it's carrying rocks they could probably hurl. It's got like tentacles. A snail with tentacles. And vines growing all over it. It might be made of plants. I don't know. These are pretty big goblins here, I'll say that. These are like big old scimitar wielding goblins. These ones are cool. They have spears. They got their tongues sticking out. I like these sculpts. This one has a wooden mask. Yeah. Pretty standard sword and board and bow wielding goblins. So the only thing I'm noticing on these is like there is a lot of detail. They look like they'd be a pain to paint. Like there's too many little bits for me, you know? I don't know. Probably be fine, but detail is good. Sometimes a little too much is a pain in the butt to paint. All right, so yeah, cool. I dig it. Yeah, I like me some goblins too, Hacksaw Ren. I like. So, well, these are, yeah, this, one of these could definitely be a one-shot, Dark Sea Workshop. But yeah, no, you're using 5e rules. So you would use your 5e characters, and then, you know, all the monster stats, you don't need to use the monster manual. You could just use these. They, you know, if you have a Frost Giant in 5e, I think they take them and they expand on them and kind of make them their own. You know, new abilities, epic abilities and stuff like that to make it a more dynamic, exciting encounter, lair stuff, you know, all that. So they're definitely expanding and taking things further. But no, you could just take your 5e characters and roll up into this encounter here and be great for a one-shot sort of thing. You know, with some ideas about how to flesh it out. Like, it's not a complete adventure module or anything like that. One-shot module. It's just like, you know, what are some reasons your players might be here? And you could kind of run that and expand on that. So, yeah. Ooh, yeah. I'm excited. Oh, he's huge. I was hoping it would be huge. Okay, so we've got Grimfang Orcs. Which again, you could use the orc minis. Hey. And you've got, like, looks like traps. Yeah, spiked pit traps, maybe poison dart traps, and net traps or something. This is a big fella. We're gonna open him up. It's the last one. We're gonna call it quits soon. The other thing that I really feel guilty about, actually, is there was a company that sent me some cards, and they're like a small company. I'm gonna have to do a Facebook video or something for them, because I feel bad. I can't find the cards anywhere. But yeah, I think this will be the last thing today. The map. Big icy cave. This looks like some kind of big worm type of thing there. I'm sure it explains that in the book. Yeah. Nice map. Ooh, so this looks like a creature frozen in ice, like maybe an orc frozen in the ice. Very nice map. Yeah, again, impressed with the high-res maps. The epic encounter here. So yeah, all these Frost Giant abilities. The attack pattern of the Frost Giant. Multi-attack, ice shield, snowfall, freezing blade, multi-attack, hail of gems, rock and roll. And then it explains those abilities right here. What is rock and roll, for example? Dragging a huge mass of stone, ice, and snow from the depths of its home behind it, the Frost Giant hurls it down the tunnel at the intruders in a violent effort to crush them, or at least incapacitate them for a crushing follow-up attack. So as an action, it hurls... I'm not going to read it all. But yeah, descriptions of the abilities. So again, like much more detail than you would find for Frost Giant in the monster manual. And yeah. All right, but this guy though. Ooh, that is large. This will be fun to paint. Definitely some airbrush material here to save time. Huge model. Okay, nope, not that way, Nate. This way. You were right the first time. Oh, yeah, this guy hurts. Like, all these models are super hard plastic, and pushing them hurts my lily white hands. All right. So I got a little work to get him in there a little better, I think, or maybe I just would have to fill the gaps because it doesn't seem like he's going in all the way. But that is impressive. That is huge. Artisan Guild Mini for scale. Yeah. And it's a nice looking sculpt. Like, yeah. He's got a beard and a grimace. Beard blowing in the wind. There's a few little mold lines, like this right here has a little mold line. Definitely looks like a little bit right there. But yeah, this will be a fun one to paint someday. Icicles on the axe. Whew. Oh, that's my sign. Bedtime, guys. Oh, man. Pretty cool. Methinks. Yeah. Yeah, you could fasten it with screws. You could. Or I would actually probably just, like, sand these off if I can't get them in the holes properly, and then just glue them in there. Oh, dang. He's got like he's got a sword stuck in his leg. 2 swords stuck in his leg. Little adventurers came up to him and he's just like, nuh-uh. I will crush you while I bleed on you. But the fur texture, the stone texture, that's a nice one. Oh my gosh, I thought this was a sack. Guys, check that out. That is a dead deer. He's just got like a little stag tied on his belt. Little feet tied onto the belt. Man, he just got a little more hardcore, you know? This looks like a player character's shield that he just put right there. Oh gosh, he's got an axe sticking out of his chest. Is that what I'm seeing there? That doesn't seem healthy. I was with you up until that one. That doesn't seem healthy. Anyway, Fib and Tib are the swords' names. Yeah. Oh, wolf's head around the... Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. Wolf's head's all around the feet. You're right. Nice little mold lines there. Like an axe tied in there. He's got all kinds of, like, adventurer's weapons tied in here, too. Like, probably just as armor. Like, oh, I'll just strap that to my shins. Shin guards. Skulls right there. Some brown stuff in here. Looks like someone was eating a maple brown sugar Pop-Tart and, like, spit on it. Wasn't me. Yeah, a few mold lines to fill, like right there. There's a pretty big seam line right there. But, yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. So, let me make sure I'm not missing it. Oh, hey, one last thing. Maybe I'll find more. Yeah, the Wizards of the Coast sent me this little thing with the Icewind Dale book, and I never showed these off, but I love the dice, so I'm going to show them off. It comes with a map of Icewind Dale, smaller map than the one with the book. It comes with all these little cards, which, you know, these are kind of useless to me, honestly. Yep, you know, you can give them to your players at the table, but I'm playing virtually. We're playing on Zoom. But I like these dice. They are cool. They're just kind of a very dark, like bluish with sparkles kind of deep in there. So, yep, they're cool. Then they're not super sharp edged, and the numbers are kind of, you know, a little bit muddy. But obviously, these separate into a dice tray. You know, nice decorative dice trays. So yeah, I do like these little dice sets. They're nice if you need some dice. I do not need dice, but I have a problem, so I will gladly take dice. I have an addiction. Anyway, they're no Darksea Workshop dice, that's for sure. But very few are. All right. Hey, thank you guys for joining me for this stream. Just helping me, you know, take a closer look at some things that have been sent to me. Oh, by the way, Darksea Workshop, I'm going to be sending you, as a little thank you for some of the stuff you sent me, I'm going to be sending you this Everlasting Wet Palette and some, also some brushes. Some Red Grass Games brushes. So, thanks, my friend. Coming your way. I got some extra stuff. Hey, don't forget that tomorrow night is going to be a map stream. Hey, you want to see me for a second? We could do that. I could arrange for that. Just give me a moment. Let me fix my hair. That was a joke. Hey, it's Nate. Let me get this way too close to my face and gross you out. Hey. All right, so thank you guys for joining for a little bit here. And definitely looking forward to tomorrow night doing a lot of map drawing. Yeah, I need to make some serious progress. So come hang out with me. Keep me sane. I will not be drinking whiskey. I will probably be drinking an energy drink or something, or a cup of caffeinated tea. But it'll be a good time. And patrons stream on Sunday and Monday for you guys. Sunday will be Campaign Diary, and Monday will be the weekly live map drawing stream. So, yeah. Hey, have a good one, everybody. Yeah, take care of yourselves. Stay safe and healthy out there and all that good stuff. And you'll see me again very soon. Bye.